Hello. How's everyone doing? Glad to be here. Well, welcome again to Roland's Reviews. I know a lot of people are out and about, and I have, as you can see, I was supposed to have some little kitties coming by here as well. So I put on my traditional cat in the hat outfit. I hope everyone had a terrific Thursday. And I'll wait for the room to fill up. Hello, working. Okay, Gilbert's working. That's good. That's always a good thing. All right. I'll wait for everyone to come on in. Oh, Baldwin birds. You remember I have my cat in the hat, the entire outfit that I've been wearing for years. And so I had students, they told me today, oh, why don't you get your Hello Kitty? So I went on Amazon. So next year I may start alternating. I may do Hello Kitty. So anyway, let me um wait couple more minutes. I'd like for some more people to come into the room before I really delve into tonight's topic. And I'll go ahead and at least start the roll call. Yes, Gilbert, the cheating has begun. As we stated, we knew that it was on the way. We know they cannot win if they do not cheat. It's the MO of the Democratic Party. And so, yes, Baldwin birds, we're just a few days away. I've already voted, so I'm fine. But I will go ahead and say those of you who have various forms of social media, Facebook, Instagram, um, Truth Social, X, Twitter, thank you, Baldwin birds. Let me please beg you to share this out. People need to know what is going on so that they don't think we're just here pulling things out of the sky. I have evidence, folks. I'll go ahead and start with the roll call. Before I do that, if you're here and you are enjoying this content, please, please, please hit that little thumb. That is the like button. That will help to trigger the YouTube algorithm so that we may bring more people into the conversation. Now, roll call. Gilbert is here. Dorian, Baldwin Birds, Chubbs, Alley Cat, of course, is here. There's several more people who are here, but you have not typed anything. And so anyway, hello to all of you. Florida, how are you doing, dear? Happy Halloween, my friends. Because of Bidenomics, I'm just wearing a trash bag. First truth bomb of the evening. Yes, Florida. I didn't go out and I didn't have to buy a brand new Halloween costume, but I've had this one for a couple of years. Okay, the cat. I have it's the entire Cat in the Hat costume. I wore it last Saturday. We had a trunk or treat at the school, and I wear it every year. So, yeah. Florida, dear, share this on Truth Social for me, please, love. Thank you so much. And I know some of you are busy. Some of you may have some candy to pass out. That's fine. I know people are tired because we're just one day from Friday. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Okay. Look at the title. A non-citizen voted illegally in swing state. Election fraud caught. Now, if you were aware of this already, please say something about this in the comment section. Thank you, Florida. Dorian said, I'm the American Nightmare for Halloween. Okay. Gilbert said, I have an orange vest. Yeah, I meant to make a short of that. Trump riding around in the garbage truck. Every time the libs open their mouths, they just stick their foots in it. And I love it. Dorian, Roland, peep the quote. Those that matter don't mind, and those that matter, they don't mind. Right, Dorian? Exactly. That's one of my favorite quotes, dear. Actually, I love that. And so Alley Cat said she's already familiar with it. Okay. And I've been running around here. I didn't have time to send the link to uh the Arena Uncensored, so I hope he will forgive me. But I've been running around. We all know how it is when we're running around and we're busy. Owl Lover, how are you? Yepers, how are you doing, dear? So some of you were already familiar with this. Yes, I'm the cat in the hat. Meow. And I'm not rolling. I'm Cat in the Hat. That's who I am. And now I'm running for president. Will you vote for me? I promise I will bring thing one and thing two. Reminiscent of anyone that we've been talking about recently. All right. Yes, Gilbert, the Chinese student. Yes. And so I'm going to delve into this. The Detroit Free Press. And of course, we know that Detroit, we know it's not a conservative place. Okay. So let me start here. Chubb says, my grandson, who's the real Chubbs, dresses as Trash Man Trump. He's 3 and loves Trump. Oh, Chubbs, you're raising that grandson right, dear. You really are. Thank you so much, Florida. Yes. Florida said, Dorian said, well, don't get eaten rolling. Oh, yeah. That's right. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Oh, yeah. I'll play that one of those for you before we get out of here again, since we all loved it. So this is the Detroit Free Press. So I don't think I need to say anything more, but let me read this to you. Washtenaw County prosecutor Eli Savage has authorized a pair of criminal charges against a non-U.S. citizen who is alleged to have registered to vote and cast a ballot at an early voting location Sunday in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Secretary of State Joycelyn Benson's office announced on Wednesday. So if they're announcing this, how many do they have that they're not announcing? We'll delve into that. In a news release, the Secretary of State's official office indicated a non-citizen was charged with 1 count of making an unauthorized attempt to vote, a felony offense, and 1 charge of perjury for making a false affidavit to register to vote. We are grateful for the swift action of the clerk in this case, who took the appropriate steps and referred the case to law enforcement. Okay. Benson and Savage said in a joint statement, we're also grateful to law enforcement for swiftly and thoroughly investigating this case. Anyone who attempts to vote illegally faces significant consequences, including but not limited to arrest and prosecution. To be eligible to vote, residents in Michigan must be a U.S. citizen. Yeah, well, that's kind of how that's supposed to go. Not always the case, though. Non-citizen voting is an extremely isolated and rare event. Now, if you believe that, type it in the comment section. Let me know what you think about that. Benson and Savage said investigations in multiple states and nationwide. Now, remember, we're talking about Detroit. Have found no evidence of large numbers of non-citizens registering to vote. Even less common is a non-citizen actually casting a ballot. When it does happen, we take it extremely seriously. Our elections are secure, and Michigan state and local election officials carefully follow the law. Okay, I'll continue. Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel said in a statement her office has opened an independent parallel investigation into the case. Benson's office stated the ballot was cast at an early voting center. The media release did not name the individual charged or provide any information on the criminal case. In 2022, Michigan voters passed a constitutional amendment requiring communities throughout the state to hold at least 9 days of early in-person voting ahead of each statewide and federal election. The November 5th general election is the 3rd this year where local clerks have implemented early voting. According to data made available by Benson's office, more than 500,000 ballots have been cast at early voting centers for the November 5th election as of Wednesday. Okay. And I won't read I may as well. We're almost done. Nearly 1.7 million voters have also returned absentee ballots as of Wednesday. Election fraud is rare in Michigan. Earlier in October, Nessel announced criminal charges against 7 individuals in St. Clair Shores, 4 voters, and 3 election officials for alleged double voting during Michigan's August primary. After the 2020 election, some allies of former President Donald Trump made, you hear this, you see this, folks, unfounded claims that election fraud was rampant that year. And we all know that it was. But a series of audits and lawsuits, as well as reports compiled by a Republican-led committee in the Michigan Senate, found no widespread voter fraud took place in Michigan. So, as the old people used to tell me, you also have to consider the source. So, and so we know. Let me get here. I have a few to share with you. I won't be before you too long tonight, but tell me what you think about that. Baldwin Bird says, "The more you know." Wow, Allie, I didn't know. Okay. All right. So I'll continue. Steve, you're in Texas. Perfect. Okay. I live in Texas. You kind of have to learn, right, Alley Cat? You really do. All right. Let me show you what else I have to share with you. Where are we here? All right. Now, of course, we are always told there is no widespread voter fraud. And let me share with you. Now, the New York Times did a hit job, especially on YouTubers. All right. And we all know about the New York Times. Okay. And so they did this article here. And of course, it was a hit job. And they're saying that it's not rampant, it's not widespread. Everything is okay here. We know. But they did fail to mention in the article several cases. Let me share with you. So I'll read this, and then I actually have the voter fraud website pulled up, and you'll see there are thousands of cases. How you doing, Tina? And so we know that the mainstream media is not going to be forthcoming with the truth. So that's just where we are with that. Where are we? June 2023, YouTube decided to stop fighting the most persistent strain of election misinformation in the US, the falsehood that President Biden stole the 2020 election from Donald J. Trump. All right, so we know how that all turned out. We talked about if you say certain things here on YT, you wind up shadow banned. I'm a victim myself, so it happens. Within months, the largest video platform became a home for election conspiracy theories, half-truths, and lies. So this is the New York Times. They in turn became a source of revenue for YouTube, which announced growing quarterly ad sales on Tuesday. During 4 tumultuous months of this year's presidential campaign, researchers from Media Matters for America, a group that monitors information from conservative sources, examined the consequences of YouTube's about face. All right. While Media Matters is a progressive organization that regularly criticizes conservatives, reporters and academics frequently cite it as a source on YouTube misinformation because it devotes significant resources to tracking the vast platform. The New York Times independently verified the research, examining all of the videos identified by Media Matters and determining whether YouTube placed ads or fact check labels on them. Remember, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I talked about this before. They did that also with the video I did on what happened in Perry, Iowa, with Tyson laying off around 1,300 Americans to, and then they went to whole secret job fairs. How you doing, Caesar? We're glad you're checking in. Glad you're here. Secret job fairs with migrants. And then, of course, when Americans found out what was going on, it was denied. And then if you Googled it, it said that it didn't happen. We know the truth. Where are we? From May through August, researchers at Media Matters tracked 30 of the most popular YouTube channels they identified as persistently spreading election misinformation to analyze the narratives they shared in the run-up to November's election. The 30 conservative channels posted 286 videos containing election misinformation, which racked up more than 47 million views. YouTube generated revenue from more than a third of those videos by placing ads before or during them, researchers found. Some commentators also made money from those videos and other monetized features available to members of the YouTube Partner Program. Okay. And so that's what that's all about. And again, that's the New York Times. I don't think I need to say anything else. All right. Have Florida, Alley Cat, what did you not know, dear? I'm not sure because I've been reading this, but let me close this out because I have something else to share with you. Okay. Let me share the voter fraud website that I have pulled up. Here it is. Okay. Okay, Alley Cat. All right, Gilbert, thanks for stopping by. Hope you get off soon. All right, New York Times failed to mention. Now, of course, according to them, everything is misinformation. Let's see. Let's check that out. A sampling of recent election fraud cases from across the United States. This is, okay, I'll start here. Look at this, proven instances of voter fraud, 1,561. Actual criminal convictions, 1,325. Civil penalties, 58. Diversion program, 127. Judicial finding, 28, and 23 for official findings. So, and you can come on here and search the database. If you see something that doesn't quite look right, you can submit a case of voter fraud. And if you come down here, you can click on the state that you want to search. So you can, like I said, search the database. If you look right here. Oh, and like I said, by the way, the New York Times failed to mention this. But it actually has the state, the year. Look at this, folks. I hope you can see it. Let me make it a little bit larger for you. The person's name, the case type, and what they were convicted of. Okay, so if you look here, California 2024, William Eschenbach, criminal conviction, duplicate voting, fraudulent use of absentee ballots, and then you can click on the details. Everybody see that? So the New York Times failed to mention that. And is basically accusing YouTubers, of course, not. I think they're talking about the big timers. I'm not a big timer. I'm just trying to disseminate information. But everyone, I'm going to leave that up there for a second so you can read that. But the New York Times accuses YouTubers of spewing lies and misinformation. So yeah. What do you think? Tell me in the comment section. They don't talk about the foreign national, like I said, the person that we're talking about today. But look at this guy right here. So if you come on this website, you can find, if you type in heritage.org voter fraud, this will pop up. How you doing, Greg? So yeah, that's it, Greg. Exactly. Arena Uncensored, how you doing? Everyone who's in here, hit that like button for me. Yes, thank you, Alley Cat. So everyone, you see this, so you can check this out. You can check out the state that you're in. And I love how they give you exactly what happened. How you doing, J.R. Meadows? Right, Baldwin Birds, we're the ones spreading lies. And like I said, this is, here it is. You can find this online. Okay. And I'm going to go into this person. This person was actually a student. But I wanted to share this with you. So again, if you want, any of you want to go, I'm going to go back. Since they said that it's not really happening. Now, since I currently live in North Carolina, I'll click right here. Okay. Look right here. I'm in North Carolina. Let's look at 2022. We don't have any for this year. 2022, Gina Shea Easton, criminal conviction, fraudulent use of absentee ballots. And again, you can look right here at the details. Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's get more into this case. I'll stop sharing. I'll close this out. I just wanted to share that with you because the New York Times said, "How you doing, Thor?" That this isn't happening. All right. And I have, let me go. I have a couple more things I need to share with you. Share screen. And this happened in Ann Arbor, Michigan, folks. Okay. And I'll play this for you.
A University of Michigan student who is from China, not a U.S. citizen, is facing charges for illegally voting. The Washtenaw County prosecutor says it happened at an early voting site on Sunday. The 19-year-old is now charged with perjury after allegedly making false statement on an affidavit in order to register. The other charge is being an unauthorized elector who attempted to vote, which is a felony. In a statement, Michigan Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson said that she is thankful an election clerk took swift action in this case and contacted law enforcement.
All right. How you doing, the old bag? So tell me what you think about this, folks. Yeah, they are attempting to cheat again. And by the way, you don't have to show ID. So again, this was a student. Those of you just coming in, hit that like button for me. This was a foreign national. This was a student from China there in college, basically. And the student decided to register to vote. They cast a vote successfully. And guess what? The ballot, their vote's going to be counted. And guess what, folks? That it's not like they found out. Guess how they found out? If you know how they found out this student voted illegally, type it in the comment section. If not, I'm going to blow your socks off because I'm going to tell you how they found out. If you know, type it in the comment section. The Arena Uncensored, exactly. You're absolutely right. All right. But somebody tell me. Dorian, I actually watched that video. Yeah, they thought Democrats thought they had the Asian vote. I think again. Woo. Let's see if it's here. Yeah, so they're talking about if you listen to that, they were talking about the swift action that took place. The only reason that he got caught, the student was caught, is they went back. That Michigan did not know that he cheated. So there's no way. And guess what? The sad part is, even though now they know, they can't rescind it. It's done. There is no way for the state to remove a single ballot. Go figure. With their system. So all Americans should be angry. The entire 2024 election, again, we have to be watchful. So that really cancels out someone's vote who voted legally. So an American, basically. And think about it. If this person did not vote for Donald Trump, if he voted for Kamala, he's canceling out your vote. Yes, Arena, they have no way. They have no way of rescinding the vote. That's what is crazy about this stuff. So the person voted illegally, and the only reason they found out is because the person went back. It's a joke. So if you watch the video I just shared, you read the articles. Yes. Right, Dorian, that's what I'm saying. This is crazy. What? I don't get it. And so their vote is still going to count, even though they voted illegally. Tina, how are you? That's something they got to fix. If it's not legal, it should not. Right? How you doing, Damon? That's what I'm saying, Tina. So this is crazy. The woman, woman, I'm not sure. It was a Chinese foreign national, and we need to rescind that. Arena, they have no way of doing it, dear. Even though it's illegal, it's still going to count. That's mind-boggling. A non-citizen Chinese national. And those of you who've been here for a while, we've been talking about the migrant crisis and all these people coming through. the Texas southern border. There were a lot of Chinese nationals coming through too. So you mean to tell me my vote, whoever in Michigan, whoever voted for Trump, one of their votes, could be neutralized because someone who wasn't supposed to vote voted? No, it's not right, Damon. They registered, they voted. Yeah, right. They can do everything else. I don't get that. That is nonsense. And of course, that's the way they like it. But Michigan doesn't require voter ID. And they don't have a system in place to stop illegal voting. And of course, lots of times, with Michigan voting blue, they don't want anything in place. So Michigan does not have the capacity to remove. I don't care. You can say if 1,000 people voted illegally, it's going to count because they have no way of removing those votes. How you doing, Edna? Edna, we're glad you're here. We're glad you can comment. Everyone who's here, if you're enjoying this content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this content out on your various forms of social media. How about with ballots? Maybe put some, like those of you who still get paper checks. Sometimes, if you get a check, it has a watermark on it or a barcode. Something needs to be done. Right, Dorian? Damon, they don't want him to win. They cheated before. And so remember, if you've been here on this channel for a while, we talked about a lot of those illegals that are in that they've shipped in here, that they let in here illegally. They made sure they had IDs and they told them they could vote. So now we have Chinese communists, foreign nationals rigging our election. And Michigan's a swing state. And like I said, don't get it twisted. That's just one. If one student can do it, how about 10,000? Why not 20? Why not who knows? Alley Cat said Democrats have a chokehold on everything. States have the power to remove someone from the right. Well, yeah. So according to them, it can't be done. And of course, they don't want it to be done. So, and the only reason, like I said, that they caught the student actually turned themselves in. They didn't know anything about it, allegedly. Let that sink in. The student actually tried to go back and get their ballot, and then they were caught. So it's not like they were looking over something and said, oh my God, someone who wasn't supposed to vote voted. No. That's not what happened. The student went back. They didn't know anything about it. Had the student not gone back, they still wouldn't know. And those of you who've been keeping up, we see what of course, Biden has weaponized the Justice Department. We know that. And that's why it's important to go to the Supreme Court. Virginia, we all know what's going on in Virginia, okay? Trying to eliminate non-citizen voters from the Virginia rolls. We know. And Biden got his Justice Department and they tried to block it, but we know what the Supreme Court said. So we all know what they're doing and what they've been doing. It's just now we're on to them. And so we're more cognizant of what is happening. Alley Cat said there is a caravan headed to the border as we speak. They want to make sure they're here before the election. Alley Cat, I know. I've been keeping my eye on that caravan. You're absolutely right. Arena Uncensored, that governor is in on the cheating. This will only lead to a civil war. Exactly. If this who knows how many people have voted illegally and haven't gone back to say anything. Andrew, sorry, I'm done. Even with Trump winning, we're done. It'll be fine, Andrew. It will be fine. Trust me. And so this is how you doing, Sharice? A barcoded sticker placed on a credit card can be used. It's being used in some sense. Right, Sharice? They don't want to use anything. So because they want Michigan to stay blue. We all know what's happening here. We do. And all of you just coming in, I'm sending some little emojis here for you. Yeah. So again, don't tell me it can't be done. So Virginia found thousands of non-citizens on their voter rolls. How many of you are aware of that? And the Biden Justice Department sued, trying to keep, they wanted those people to remain on those rolls, and we know why. We know why. Okay. So we're up. Emmett, how are you? I think we have some new people here. Montgomery County, Maryland, checking in. So glad to have you here, Emmett Bean. Yes, it can be, but they don't want to. Andrew, why are you so negative tonight? What happened, dear? You had a bad day? Tina, Virginia's governor's been doing. Yes, Tina. Virginia had to go fight in court, and then Virginia had to take it all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court to remove the non-citizens from the roll. So what's going on with that? Laura, how are you? Laura Barbarino, hugs from you. Utah's in the house. All right. Barbarino, that reminds me of Vinnie Barbarino, the Sweat Hogs. Welcome back, Carter. Yes, I'm going back. I'm that old. How many of you know who the Sweat Hogs are? Welcome back. Woo. Yes. Okay. So this is what I said. I have to get on and talk about this. This is why we cannot rest on our laurels, people. This is why we have to remain vigilant. As I said, they are not willing to give up power. They're not going to relinquish power. No way. So keep that in mind, folks. If we don't do what we're supposed to do, well, it's not going to bode well for us in the end. Tina's old enough to remember the Sweat Hogs, and welcome back, Carter. Yes. All right. So all I'm saying, folks, like I said, I wanted to come on with this yesterday, but I was so busy, and I said, well, at least I could come on today. And yeah, it is ridiculous. It's just especially when I found out that they could not rescind it. Oh, Laura, you voted early for Trump. Perfect. That is great, and we are glad that you voted. And we know how you doing, Monique? It's not power they after, it's anachrome. They after blood from children. Yes, Monique, but they don't want to give up the power. Power is a drug, and they can't do without it. Andrew, I realize how Trump will also not hold the destroyers of America accountable, and there are 0 best case scenarios. I won't even vote. Andrew, what happened to you? Oh, Andrew. So we're going to have to talk to Andrew, because now he's talking about not voting, and we just can't have that. We all need to get out and vote, and we all need to get out, even though I voted early already. But I'm also going out to the polls to watch and see what's going on. Laura said, did you see that they're surrounded the Capitol with Black Hawks? Laura, I've been running around all day. I have not, and I was looking at some other things. Right, the Arena Uncensored. Come on. We do everything else we want to do. What's the problem? If you're here and you're enjoying this content, hit that like button for me, folks. Yeah, this is not acceptable. Right, Alley Cat? What's wrong with Andrew tonight? So I don't know. So again, folks, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about to you. Trump wants to give Border Patrol 10% raise, not punish people who are done even with Trump winning. Andrew, I don't know what else you're saying here. Laura said, Andrew, right, Laura, right. We have to show Andrew tough love. You still need to get out and vote. If not, you can't sit back and complain. Yes, we know that they're cheating. Yes, we know that they're trying to steal another election. We cannot let that deter us from what we need to do. Does that make sense? She who walks in the word, how are you? Good evening, Mrs. Roland Blacks in chat. Hey, hey. I saw a video on Redacted channel earlier where the Dominion machines would not allow voters to vote Trump. It automatically swapped the screen here. Yes, she who walks in the word, they are still at it. They cannot win a fair election because there aren't enough Americans. There are too many Americans with more than 2 brain cells who will not vote for them. Yes, they're doing all kinds of stuff. Yes. Thank you for that info, she who walks in the word. And I'm always glad when you all of you drop in, and I don't know everything, and people in the chat, everyone has bits of information that they can contribute, and that's good to know. And that's why I'm saying all of us, I voted, but I'm still going out next Tuesday to watch and see what's going on. And I showed you the website. If you see something that doesn't look right, you report it. Yes, it is. Tina, I've already voted, and I've got the Chippewa tribe voting for Trump. Good. And I got 2 more people to vote for Trump. See, Tina, that's what it's all about. Tina's doing the groundwork. And that's all we can do. Thank you, Tina. Thank you so much. And that's, folks, we can't worry about what other people are doing. All we can be concerned with is what we're doing to help the situation. And it is what it is. It's not going to be perfect. Are you going to agree with everything that a candidate does or says? No. But you look and see which candidate has the best policies for you and your family. Andrew, no, Trump will let the swamp go unpunished again. I hate Dems all day long, but I'm dead. Okay. Arena, yes, uncensored, too big to rig, most definitely. Yeah, Andrew, I'm not saying it's going to be an easy task. We know he has to undo the damage of the past 4 years. We have to give him time, and we have to have some grace. It's not as easy as we think. How you doing, Isaiah? I'm doing great. Hope you are as well. And so let's give it. Hey, this didn't happen overnight. It is a culmination of 4 years of bad Biden-Harris policies. So we have to give him time and grace to fix this. He can't do it overnight, but we have to work with him to try and make it happen. And that's all we can do. Okay. All right. And that's just, folks, let's try to stay positive, folks. Okay. Nothing is perfect, right? She who walks, yeah, thank you for trying to get some folks in here uplifted. And that's all we can do, folks. We have to help each other. Okay. Where are we here? Right, Florida. That's why when I come here and I'm live, and I talk to all of you, that helps me. You guys, you all help build me up. And then in turn, I try to help build you up as well. And that's what we have to do for each other. So Florida, Alley Cat, if one of you gets down, then it's my job to help lift you back up so you don't get discouraged. That's what the Democrats want. She who walks in the word, listening to the folks Nick Jones interviewed in Michigan at the Harris rally, cinched it. They are brain dead. Yes, she who walks in the word. When I watch some of these people talking, I'm like, I don't know where they've been living the past 4 years, but there is no way it's been America. They are just tone deaf. Good evening, Sergeant King. How are you, dear? And I can't do it. I have to look at the kitchen table issues that affect me and affect, all of you. And there is no way I can vote for Democrats. No way. I don't like or support any of their policies. She who walks in the word, I cannot abide. That duo negotiates in president and Kim Jong or Iran. No, exactly. We're on the verge of World War III. And you have these, as Sergeant, who was it, Sergeant King? No, it was She Who Walks in the Word just stated. You have these crazy people up here talking, especially these celebrities trying to tell people to vote for her. And how awful Trump is. Where I don't know where they've been living. No way, America. Too big to rig, no problem. We'll see, Andrew. Andrew, I don't know what you're doing over there, Andrew. She who walks in the word, be aware too the law that may be in some states that will not allow you to vote against your party. Yes, see, people have to educate themselves. She who walks in the word is coming in here dropping truth and knowledge, and that's absolutely right. Alley Cat, civil unrest. It doesn't matter who wins. As I said, I truly, firmly believe, regardless of who wins, it's going to be ugly. And it is what it is. Thank you, Dorian. Hey, Dorian, I wouldn't want all that stress. Oh my God. Charles, how are you? Charles said Kamala's giving out tricks, no treats. Truth bomb. Woo. Tina, yeah, oh yeah, Tina. Yeah, Tina, I know how you feel. She went to Lake Raleigh, went to college with your child. Oh wow. So sad. Right, Alley Cat. And it's just a fact I would take this role as president. Oh yeah, Dorian. Dorian, you wouldn't want that stress. That's all it is. You'd have too much evil. No, you wouldn't want that. And I think, did I have, yeah, I had one more thing to share with you, and then we're done. Yeah, let me share this with you. And then we'll go. Here we go. This is what I was talking about earlier, folks. Yes, she who walks in the word. Also be aware, illegals marching in New York City now. Many on the way here from Mexico ahead of the election. Eyes and ears open, family. Truth bomb. She who walks in the word. I've been saying that for the past year. So folks, this right here, if this doesn't tell you, the Supreme Court allows Virginia to purge suspected non-citizens from voter registration rules. So even though he weaponized the Justice Department, the SCOTUS, okay, voted in favor of Virginia. So now they're going to come up with another trick. That's what they do. So don't play into their games. Again, we can't say, well, they're going to cheat, just give up. No, we can't have that mind. Want. That's exactly what they want. Thank you so much, Chubbs. Have a good night, dear. Hope to see you soon. Right, old bag. And I'm gonna get off here. Go ahead and hit that like button, folks. And we're gonna get out of here. Dorian, because unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot of nothing's going to get better. Yeah, that's facts. Dorian, you're absolutely right. Okay. And so that's all. China owns, yeah. Friday ends early voting in Georgia. Okay, thank you for that info, Sergeant King. Yeah. All right. Okay, we'll get out of here. I'm probably, as you see, if you haven't been watching, I'm back to doing little shorts again. So please, please, please go ahead and check those out. We live in reality. We're all going through different problems, especially with this administration, but we can't give up. Thank you, Florida, for those words of wisdom. Yeah, we can't. That's what they want us to do. We can't do it. God bless you all and stay safe, family. I thank you all for your vigilance of our cherished freedom. She who walks in the word, you don't come through often, but when you do, you drop a lot of truth bombs. And I just shared some heart emojis with you. Thank you for all of that. Yeah. Yes. So we'll get out of here. All right. I may upload a short here or there tonight. Maybe one. Oh yeah, Thor, thank you for coming through, dear. Thank you so much. And we'll get out of here. And hey, Thor and everyone else, yeah, God bless you too, Tina. Share this on your various forms of social media. Let people know what is going on, because people think everything's peaches and cream and everything's nice, and it's not. Whew. Isaiah, I'll be back on probably for what's tomorrow? Friday? Probably tomorrow. Okay, Andrew, we'll pray for you. Sergeant King, I have candy. How do I send it to you? Woo! I'll sing the song from Bow Wow Wow. I want candy. I want candy. Okay, you got to be a Generation X to remember that one. That's an old one. Okay. Yeah, happy Halloween, old bag. And I enjoyed each of you. And you know where I'm going now. I'm going straight to the comment section, and I will respond to you as long as you are there. How you doing, Joey? Joey, I send love to you as well, love. Thank you again. Joey, share this on your Facebook page, your Truth Social page, your Twitter, everything. I still call it Twitter. I'm going straight to the comment section. How you doing, Tammy? Love you too. Charles, all of you. Thank you so much, Tammy. I'm going straight to the comment section so I can talk to who's there. I'll stay there as long as you're there. Thank you again for spending your very valuable time here at the Roland's Reviews YouTube channel. Have a good evening.